Hello and welcome. My name is Patrick from Triple Site Solutions. I'm going to be presenting to you the inventory module of FrontAccounting ERP. First, a quick overview of the functions of the inventory module. The first main one is the item creation and maintenance. This is a big one because you have to begin there. You have to define all your items, whether they are purchase items, sale items, or manufactured items. Before you even start managing your inventory. Then there is the inventory transfers. Once you have started having stocks, you might want to move them from one location to another for whatever reason. Then there is the inventory adjustments. For some reason, sometimes you need to adjust the inventory to be accurate, whether it's by consumption of some goods internally or by maybe losses or damages. You need to adjust so that you can have an accurate record. Then I want to take you through the demo so that you have a feel of how it looks like on the live system. The first thing, of course, is to log in with your credentials, meaning for you to do any of the transactions, you need to have the privileges that enable the system to track the person who is doing whatever transaction is being done. Once you get to the inventory module, which is that tab of the standard screen of the FrontAccounting, you find that the transactions or the functions in the module are divided into or grouped into four. There are the main transactions, there is the inquiries and reports, there is the maintenance transactions, then there is the pricing and costing. We'll focus on transactions and maintenance, beginning with the creation and management or maintenance of items, which we said is basic, that you have to have created the items before you can manage them within the inventory. Here you do two things. One is to create a new item or adjust the details of an existing item. So the default screen is where you have a blank screen, then you can create all the details for the items, and then you have several tabs to specify specific further details of the same item. If you want to modify the details of an existing item, you select it from there, and once it is extracted, you can adjust whatever you need to adjust, whether it's the name, whether it's the description, the category, the item tax type, and GL accounts details. Then on these other tabs, you can adjust other aspects, or you can view them. If there is a pricing, you want to change the standard retail pricing, the purchasing pricing from various suppliers, standard costs that enable you to track the production costs. Then like now you can see the labor cost per unit, the standard overhead cost per unit, which enables automatic calculation of how much it costs to produce an item. Reorder levels that enable you to order in time, not to run low on your inventory items, especially production items. Transactions lists whatever transaction you've done on that particular item. Then the status will show you the status of stocks. In this case, we have only one location, which is the default location. It will show you the quantity on hand, the reorder level, demand, available items on order, meaning you're waiting to receive them. All that you'll be able to see. Now, when we come to the transactions, this is where you do inventory location transfers. You specify if you want to move some stocks from one inventory location to another. You specify where you are moving them from, where you are moving them to, and then you specify the item codes and the quantities. Then you can process the transfer. So within the system, it will be subtracted from the origin store and then added into the destination store. The other transaction is inventory adjustments. For example, there are some items that are damaged. Those do not go to sale or do not go to the production for production. So you have to get away of ensuring that these stocks do not continue reflecting in your inventory. So this is where you also specify which locations are you making the adjustments, what is the date, the item code, the quantity, and unit. This is important because now if you remove some items in a store, then that affects the inventory value for that particular store. And then of course there is an explanation or a memo on what it is, what is informing that adjustments. This is helpful also when you're doing audits to know why was this adjustment made, what was the explanation behind it. Now, just something to note is that the transaction may just look a few. There are only two: inventory location transfer and inventory adjustments. But remember that these different modules feed into each other. For example, the sales of products which are already in the stores or in stock. Once the sale happens, automatically that adjustment is reflected in the inventory. If some new products are bought or some raw materials are bought and they come to the same store, then that affects automatically the stock. That is an addition. So these are the ones that you do manually or directly in the items and inventory module, and the others that happen as other transactions happen in both the sales, the purchasing, and the manufacturing module. And that's give you the gist of the module and how it takes advantage and the strength of an ERP, whereby what happens as one end of the process also is reflected in across the board. Then of course you have the reports and the inventory, and this includes valuation reports, inventory planning report, stock check sheets, inventory sales reports, GRN valuation report, inventory purchasing report, costed inventory movement report, and all this that are related to that. I think that's it for now as an overview, but you can take your time if you want to have more details and hands-on feel and log in directly into the link that I've provided in the main presentation. Thank you for listening to me. Until next time, it's bye bye and all the best. Thank you.